On top of all that as well, I had to write some of it down just to make sure I didn't forget, because there's so much going on. There's so much information there. So, like, on top of that, Palestine, right? Everybody's talking about Palestine. Oh, Palestine this and Palestine that and Palestine, Palestine, Palestine. And you got all these Palestinian protesters that are shouting free Palestine in the streets, right? And yet they went and they talked to them, and they talked to the Palestinians, and they said, so you're all about free Palestine, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, we're all about free Palestine. And then they said, they went up to these Palestinian protesters and they said, how many people have been murdered inside of Iran? How many protesters were killed inside of Iran here recently? And they said, I don't know. Right? They were talking to a Palestinian woman that was at the Palestinian Free Palestine riots in Palestine. And they said, how many protesters were killed in Iran today during the Free Iran riots? And then she said, this is what she said. These are her exact words. All on videotape. She said, are those people saying free Palestine? Is it for Palestine? And then he said, no, I don't know if you realize this or not, pretty big thing, but the Persian people are rebelling against the Islamic Republic in Iran, and people are being murdered every day. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest story in the entire world right now. And then she said, oh, well, if they're not talking about Iran, or if they're not talking about Palestinians, then F them. I don't care about them. Screw them. Screw Iran. Free Palestine. That's what she said. She's a Palestinian. Of course it is. Because the Free Palestinians don't care about free in Iran. Why? Because they don't like the Persians. Why? Because Palestine is Muslim. Because they're more loyal to the Islamic Republic. They don't care about Iranians and Persians being free. They just want to promote Islam. They're mad. They don't want them to be free because they want the 100 million people to be oppressed so that they can continue their radical Islamic regime. Just like the president, just like the Ayatollah of Iran, who literally on paper said, it doesn't matter if Iran falls. Direct quote, it doesn't matter if Iran falls, just as long as Islam doesn't fall. We'll sacrifice Iran for Islam. That's what he said. And that's why the Persians hate him. Because you're not Persian. You're not pro-Cyrus. You're not a son of Cyrus. You're not pro-Persian people. You're not pro-Persian. You're not a member of us. You don't care about us. You would rather have us fall to keep Islam alive? Islam be damned. We want Persia to be alive. That's what the Persians say. And the Persians with their pride are rising up. The lion of Persia is rising up. And I'm with you, my brothers and sisters in Iran. And my brothers and sisters in Persia. You have no idea how much that I'm with you, okay? I support you. We support you. The Jews support you. Israel supports you. PB supports you. Trump supports you. The Americans support you. The Christians support you. We love you with all of our heart. Okay? We know. Listen, let me explain something to you. My Persian brothers and sisters who are in Iran and who are rioting and who are fighting and who are dying, who are standing up for what's right and standing for civil rights, human rights, women's rights, not to be shot to death in the streets for seeing their hair, standing up for people's rights, for human civilization rights, for everyone's rights, for freedom of religion. Let me tell you what my friends in Persia, we, the real people, right? The people of the United States of America, okay? The real people, the real Christians, the real Jews, the real Israelis, the real Americans, and many Europeans as well, the majority. We understand, okay, that you, the Persian people, you were not an enemy to the West before the Islamic Iranian regime. We understand the history of King Cyrus, the Persian people, the history of Farsi, not Arabic, Persian, not Arabic. We understand the history of you being taken over by an Islamic Republic. We understand the protests that have happened every few years for decades. We understand that you want to be free. We understand that you don't represent the Islamic regime and that radical Islam doesn't represent you. We despise the Ayatollah and the Islamic Republic and the Iranian nuclear program. We hate it with all of our heart, but we don't hate you. We hate the government like you. We despise the same things that you despise, and we love the same things that you love. And we want to see nothing more than peace and tranquility and allyship and friendship between Iran and the Persian people and the United States of America and Israel and Christians and Jews. We want nothing more than our people to be united in friendship once again, as the Persian people do as well. We know you're not the radical Ayatollah. We know that you're not the jihadists that are going around blowing everything up and saying Allah Akbar and wanting to murder the whole world to promote your agenda. We know that. And we understand, we hear your cries. We really do. And we understand the pain inside of the Persian people. And we understand what it's like as an American and as a Christian and as people that support Bibi Netanyahu in Israel and the Jewish people. We know what it's like to be accused constantly of terrorism and hatred and bigotry and wanting to destroy the entire world, to quote unquote colonize and promote your own ideas and your own visions, when really what you want is freedom and liberty and justice for all, right? We understand what that's like in the modern world, right? America and Israel, Bibi and Trump, and people that support Bibi and Trump, like myself, Christians and Jews and various other people that support Bibi and Trump, because we don't support radical Islam and communistic dictatorship nonsense. We are constantly accused of being bigots that want to kill everybody and being the most horrible people on the planet. So we understand what it's like to be falsely misrepresented and have our ideologies, our beliefs, and our front foremen and our faces misrepresented across all TV all over the whole world for standing up for what we actually believe and being lied about. We understand that, which is why we understand the Persians and the same exact thing happening to them, being falsely accused of being jihads under one lying swoop, and then under the next by the left wing and Democrats being accused of being Islamophobics because the left wing doesn't care about 90 million Persian people being doesn't care about 90 million Persian people being oppressed and needing to be set free. So we're with you, and we're going to fight with you. We're going to fight for you. We're going to overthrow the Ayatollah. Once again, Persia will rise, the Persians will rise, the lion will rise, and Persia said, enough is enough, and the Persians said, we are Persia, we were one of the greatest empires in the history of all of mankind, the greatest empire on the face of the planet at one time. We're the sons of Cyrus, and our end is not to be remembered as a bunch of slaves that got taken over by some pathetic Islamic regime that went and tried to kill and murder our people and tells the world that they dominated Persia. No, that's not how this is going to end. Our people and our rules and our laws and our culture and our history being destroyed. No. What's going to happen is we, the Persians, are going to be remembered as Persia, who could not bow down and could not be taken over and could not be conquered by anybody because we're Persia. Right? That's the pride of the Persians. Celebrate it. Respect it. I love it. So let the lion in Persia reign. And let it rise, and let it destroy the Islamic Republic. Praise Yeshua. And so it shall. And this is another interesting update on top of that as well. All right? And we don't trust Qatar. And we don't trust Because a lot of people are like, oh, Qatar, they're the mediator between these two groups. No, they're not. Just like she said, they're the world's richest terrorist Airbnb. That's what they are. They hide behind all of that nonsense. They are as radical Islamic as you could possibly be. It's just a front. Anyone outside of the Middle East says, oh, they're trying to be the mediator. Everybody inside the Middle East says they're a terrorist organization. We all know it too. It's no surprise. And this is what I wanted to say as well. This is the update I wanted to give as well. On top of that, okay? The Shah, which was the monarch and the king of Iran, who was ousted and fled to the United States of America. He has a son. His son is still alive. The Prince Shah. Many of the Persians, the people I read, are calling for Prince Shah to come back. Their Shah to come back. Well, recently, and he's all over Twitter tweeting, and he was talking about how, and everything he says is in Farsi, Persian, not Arabic, because he's talking to the people of Persia. This is what we're going to do when Iran gets set free from the Islamic Caliphate. Well, now recently he released a message in English because he was specifically talking to all non-Persians. He was talking to us, talking to me, talking to the world, talking to Christians, Jews, Americans, Trump, Bibi, the whole world, Europe, everybody. And this is what he said. This is what he promises to do as he becomes the Shah of Iran. Shall he become the leader of Iran and the monarch is restored and he'll be the Shah of Iran, the true heir to the Shah, and they get rid of the Islamic Republic. This is what he has promised will happen in Iran once the Islamic Republic falls. Number one, they will reject Sharia law. This is his words. And you can find this tweet on Twitter. You can find this video. He said the whole thing in English. We will reject Sharia law, and there will no longer be a radical Islamic Sharia law in place over Iran. We'll get rid of that whole thing. The jihadis and the burqas and all of it. That'll go away. Number two, we will immediately end the Iranian nuclear program and will stop trying to enrich uranium to create a nuclear bomb. Okay, that's a big one. Number three, we will stabilize Iran and we will help stabilize the Middle East to no longer be a chaotic place full of constant chaos and nonsense all the time that the whole world has to look at all the time, and because they're afraid they're going to get attacked, where we'll stabilize Iran and help stabilize the Middle East. Number four, we will help global security across the planet and will work to help on behalf of international security instead of a threat to national and international security. Number five,